All right, we're joined now by New Mexico State head coach Chris Jans, along with Teddy Allen, Johnny McCants, and Jabari Rice. Coach Jans, if you can please open up with a statement, and then we'll take questions for the student athletes.
Proud of our kids' effort. Wasn't lack of effort. They played their tails off. They competed. I wish I could have helped them more in the first half, and we struggled offensively. We looked like a poorly coached team. I got to figure that out, but made a heck of a run in the second half. Got the lead eventually, and they went on a pretty good run, and we could never quite get over top of them after that. So, congrats to Arkansas, and they obviously did a good job against us, especially on the defensive end.
All right, questions for the student athletes? Start here in the front. Or you can start. I'm sorry. Go ahead and start right here.
Yeah, a question for Johnny. After 6 seasons, you come out. Obviously, all of the buzz was about Teddy after what he did against UConn. You came out. You ended up being the team's leading scorer. Just seemed like you were really energized the entire game, and you look really exhausted now. You know, do you feel like you absolutely left everything that you had out on the court?
Honestly, I really do. I play my heart out every possession. You know, there's going to be possessions where I mess up, where I have bad possessions, but, you know, I play my heart out. Play my heart out for the team, my family, the fans. I mean, I just love basketball. I love my team, and they make me play a lot harder.
Right here in front.
Teddy, I guess, just what were they doing in terms of guarding you that maybe made it tougher for you to get shots off throughout the game?
Well, they just sent a double, basically. Pretty much whenever I had a ball in any type of attacking position, you know, credit to them, they had a good game plan. We still could have executed, you know, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out.
Johnny, back to you. Coming out of the tunnel there, I saw you, kind of keel over as you walked in, and kind of took a couple moments to collect your breath before you finished the walk to the locker room. What was going through your head in that moment?
I just knew it's just the ending of my college career. You know, I just want to give thanks to Coach Jans for taking me in. Give thanks to the fans, my family, the teammates. Soak in the last moment I had. It's just a blessing to be here.
In the front here.
I guess, Jabari, what are you going to remember most about this season that you guys had? Obviously, winning a game in the NCAA tournament for the first time in a long time. What are you going to remember most about this year?
Just the different days that we had, just the practices we had, the struggles we went through, the injuries, the battles every day, just the hard work, the behind-the-scenes things. That's what I appreciate. I appreciate the win, obviously, because we made history, but just the guys that we had for this year, I wouldn't trade them for the world. I love these guys. We fought every day. We had our times. You know, like Coach said, we lost games by 30, and we lost a game to a team that wasn't even supposed to beat us, and we all, rallied together and just came together and made a run, and we really just did it. And so I can only be appreciative of what we did do and blessed for every guy and every coach on this team, especially Coach Jans. And he made it happen. He made us fall in line and do what we needed to do. We came up short, but I'm appreciative of what happened. Just everything, just the guys being here. That's what I'm most appreciative of.
Up here in the front.
Yeah, another question for Johnny. With Teddy being limited offensively by the stuff that they were doing to defend him, was there a moment where you just really felt like you were going to have to be a little bit of the aggressor offensively and really have to be the scorer? Since, I mean, you did end up being the team's leading scorer tonight, and that's not necessarily something that you've always been known for on a game-to-game basis.
You know, they sent the trap to Teddy, doubled him. You know, my teammates, they looked for me inside, and I just felt like, you know, they just kept on pushing me to just start scoring the ball a lot more and shooting my shots and just taking shots with confidence and just not getting down on myself. And I think that's something I did today. You know, airballed twice, but you kept shooting. Could have done a lot more around the basket to help out the team, but, you know, they just gave me the confidence to shoot the ball more and to score more down low.
All right, in the back.
Andre Robinson, Challenger Community News. This is for Johnny. Johnny, I think everybody in here knows what type of player you are, the phenomenal player that you've been in the tournament. I just want to know, you talked about your collegiate career being over with, but I just want to know what's next for you, especially being the great player that you are.
Hopefully, you know, just continue to play basketball. You know, try to become financially stable so I can take care of my family and my future family. And wherever I go, just continue to play my heart out.
All right, if we don't have any further questions for our student athletes, we'll excuse them. All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.
Facts.
All right, we'll continue our questions for Coach Jans. We can start here in the front here, in the white shirt.
I guess, Coach, just what would just describe the locker room a little bit for us, just what it was like. I mean, you know, a fantastic end of a season. Obviously not the way you guys wanted it to end, but just can you describe the mood and kind of the tone in the locker room post-game?
Excuse me. I mean, as you'd expect, very somber. A lot of disappointed people in the locker room, and it's pretty normal when your season's over. You know, most people's season ends. You know, and it's hard. It's really, really hard, and I just told them how proud I was of them and how much I appreciated their effort, and I told them that we didn't lose the game because of lack of effort. We struggled in the first half offensively. We had way too many turnovers, and then the second half, you know, we just had a bad run there once we took the lead, and you know, they made their free throws. I mean, they made their free throws 22 of 25. They stepped up and made them when they really had to. But the locker room is what you would expect, you know. A lot of sadness, a lot of embraces, you know, what you'd expect.
Right here.
Coach, you've never been shy about talking about Johnny McCants and the warrior that he is and the person that he is. Now that his New Mexico State career has kind of come to an end, what can you say about the mark that he's left on this program?
I mean, he'll be an Aggie legend for the rest of his life. I mean, it's like a movie. You know, local kid ends up playing for his hometown college. You know, one of the leaders on the team that won a game in the NCAA tournament for the first time in 29 years. And he's so well liked in the community. Such a nice kid. I mean, I love coaching him. He's the epitome of what you would want in your student athlete. It's just his approach, his work ethic, his passion. But he enjoys it too. He does it with a smile on his face. And I just told him before we got up here that I can't wait to help him. It's going to be easy to help him. I can't wait to help him for as long as he'll allow me to help him both on the court and off the court. And he's a special kid.
Coach, coming into the second half, obviously trailing by 9, I think it was at halftime, but talking about locker rooms, what was really said in that halftime locker room? Because you guys came out and really got the crowd into it and really showed a lot of hard fighting back into the game. And how, if any, was that an indication of your entire season?
You know, it was very positive. Normally we meet as a staff, and I said, come on. And we went in there as a staff, and I just told them that we're in great shape. we're good. We're going to play better. We're going to figure some stuff out. We had a lot of basketball left. You know, I said if I took the stat sheet and I went like this and I just looked at their stats at halftime, I thought we'd be up 10. I mean, we guarded them. They only scored 14 baskets all night long. Certainly they made some key shots, and they made the free throws like I already said, but halftime was as positive as it could be considering the situation that we were in. And I knew they'd come back out and fight and punch and scratch, and they did. And we took the lead with, 7-8 left, and just became a possession game. And we had some crucial mistakes down the stretch that allowed them to get to a little separation.
Your comfort level, though, does that go to show, I guess, the story of this team, the comfort level that you reached with those guys at halftime?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll have more perspective, once I process kind of what just happened. None of us wanted it to end. It's been special. We've tried to soak it up. I've tried to get them to understand how rare these runs are, and they've got to create memories. We were a pretty loose group outside of when we needed to be business-like, and hopefully that will make them feel good about, their experience this week in Buffalo. And we weren't shy about talking about San Francisco and beyond. To be honest with you, I felt like this team had a chance to make one of those special runs, but unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Coach, you went more than 11 minutes at the start of the second half, allowing a total of 2 baskets. And on a night when baskets were hard to come by, that's pretty impressive. Do you think a couple more baskets here and there might have really set you guys off? It was just such a grind to get even that.
I kept looking up at the scoreboard, and they had 30, and I'm like, guys, we've held them to 4 points. Just stay with it, okay? Regardless if the ball's going in the hole or not, you gotta stay with it. You gotta keep doing it over and over, and they were. Our biggest problem was just 12 turnovers in the first half. I mean, and they converted on so many of those. They had a bunch of fast break points at halftime, and we certainly talked about that a lot. That our transition D, on missed shots was really good. They weren't getting any looks, but when you turn it over and they have advantageous numbers, it's hard to guard, especially the level of guys that they have in their program. And that was the biggest thing, and kind of set us back. And but again, I really felt like we'd come out and have a chance, and we did. I think it just speaks volumes for the kind of guys, the kind of competitors that we have in our program. And I know Aggie Nation, would like a different result as much, as we do too. But hopefully they're as proud as I am of these kids and how they played.
Up front.
I guess talk about Johnny a little bit, but just was it a halftime adjustment to start feeding him the ball a little bit more, because it felt like you went to that quite a bit more in the second half?
Yeah, I needed to help him more in the team in the first half. We fully expected them to run at Teddy from the scouting that we did and the talking that we did to, teams in their league that know him better, and we weren't surprised by it at all. And probably should have went inside a little bit more in the first half. But certainly in the second half, we wanted to establish ourselves down there a little bit more with Johnny and Will, and we got some easier baskets, and kind of opened up the floor a little bit for us the rest of the half.
Right up front here.
Coach, there in the first half, we saw quite a few, contested fall-away three-pointers. Saw a lot of shots just clank right off the backboard. Saw a few shot clock violations. Have you seen a team like that has been that physical and that good at defending the perimeter this season?
They did a good job. Like I said, I needed to help him more. I needed to help our team more in the first half, especially to put them in better positions. We were out of rhythm. We just weren't in a rhythm. Teddy struggled early, obviously, and we rely on him at times to get us out of funk sometimes. And but again, we stuck together. We were down 9. We took the lead. We just put ourselves in a pretty deep hole. And I talked to him, about it in the locker room after the game that, hey, regardless of where your career takes you, you got to remember in these situations where it's tournament basketball and it's survive and advance that every play is crucial. You just never know when the plays are going to come. You try to guard against it the best you can. The atomic bomb turnover, the missed screen that would have been a layup. They're just so crucial when you're playing the level of basketball that we were playing and the level of competition that you're playing and what's riding on the game. And we had some too many breakdowns throughout the game.
All right, any further questions for Coach Jans? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach. Just kind of recapping the season, what can you say about this year's team that was maybe different from some of the other teams that you've had in the past?
Well, we won a game in March Madness. That's probably what I'm going to remember the most. Happy that we've given that to the fan base. I know they've been starving for it. I'm sure they're disappointed tonight, like we all are, but certainly as the days get away and have a little more perspective, I think we'll look back pretty fondly on what we accomplished this year, and but it'll certainly sting for quite some time.
All right, anything else for Coach? All right, thank you for your
Thanks
time.
for being here. Appreciate it. Oh.